There is a factory in Mauritius that stitches knitwear for Hugo Boss at around $40 a unit. And the exact same factory produces near-identical merino crewnecks for a brand most men have never heard of at $55 retail. The Boss version sells for $240. Same yarn weight, same gauge, same finishing line, 4 times the price on the tag because of 3 letters embroidered on a chest. By the end of this video, you will know 10 clothing brands that smart men buy on purpose. Brands that deliver the construction, the fabric, and the cuts that the premium market charges 3 to 10 times more for. And you will never look at a department store rack the same way again. The men's clothing market runs on a simple deception that almost no consumer sees. The factories in Portugal, Italy, Mauritius, Vietnam, and Peru that supply the most expensive brands in the world also supply smaller labels that skip the marketing budget, skip the retail markup, skip the celebrity endorsement, and sell the same garment for a fraction of the price. The men who dress well for less are not buying worse clothing. They are buying the same clothing from a different door. The 10 brands you are about to see are the doors most men walk past every day without knowing what is behind them. Number 1. Uniqlo, founded in Yamaguchi, Japan in 1949 as a textile wholesaler before becoming a retail label in 1984. Uniqlo is now owned by Fast Retailing, the same parent company that owns Theory and Helmut Lang, to brands that sell shirts at 4 to 6 times the Uniqlo price using comparable cotton constructions. The Spier cotton crewneck t-shirt at Uniqlo retails around $15 and is made from the same long staple American Spier cotton that designer labels like Vince and James Perse charge $60 to $90 for. The U-line, developed with Christophe Lemaire, the former artistic director of Hermes Menswear, produces wool blazers in the same Japanese mills that supply mid-tier Japanese designer labels, retailing at $150 against equivalent construction at $500 to $800. The cashmere crewneck, knitted from Inner Mongolia in cashmere graded at the same micron count used by Brunello Cucinelli's entry pieces, sells at $100. Cucinelli's equivalent crewneck starts at $1,200. The fiber is the same, the assembly is the difference. Number 2. Spier Mackay, a Toronto-based brand founded in 2010. Spier Mackay operates a direct-to-consumer model that eliminates the wholesale layer that doubles or triples the retail price of competing tailoring brands. Their suits are constructed in the same Chinese tailoring houses that produce private label tailoring for Brooks Brothers and several Italian brands that quietly outsource the bulk of their non-made in Italy lines. A full canvas suit from Spier Mackay using Vitale Barberis Canonico cloth, the same Italian mill that supplies Tom Ford, Brioni, and Ralph Lauren Purple Label, retails at around $600. The Tom Ford suit using the same cloth from the same mill retails between $4,000 and $6,000. The construction methods are within reach of each other. The shoulder, the canvas, the buttonhole. The price gap is not material, it is brand architecture. Before we continue, you need 3 tests. 3 things you can check on any men's garment to separate brands that deliver substance from brands that sell only the label. Test 1. Turn the garment inside out and examine the seams. Properly constructed clothing uses double-stitched or filled seams on stress points like the shoulders, the side seams, and the inseam. Mass-market garments, regardless of how high the price tag, use single-stitch overlocked seams that fray and pull apart after 20 washes. If you flip a $200 shirt and see overlock stitching only, you are paying for nothing structural. Test 2. Check the buttons and the buttonholes. Real construction uses cross-stitched buttons sewn through a shank of thread, not pressed on flat buttons glued to the fabric. The buttonhole on a quality shirt has tight, even stitching with no loose threads. And on a quality blazer, the buttonhole is hand-finished, with slight irregularity that machine work cannot replicate. A blazer at $1,500 with perfectly uniform machine buttonholes is telling you the construction was industrial. regardless of the price, test-free. Pinch the fabric between 2 fingers and rub it. Quality wool, cotton, and linen have weight, a slight resistance, a dry hand. Polyester blends, viscose blends, and treated cottons feel slick, slippery, and cold. A brand selling a $100 dress shirt in 50% polyester is selling you the label. The fabric on a $40 Uniqlo Spier shirt outperforms it on every measurable axis. These 3 tests, applied to any garment in any store, immediately separate the brands that are charging for substance from the brands that are charging for the name. And Uniqlo and Spier Mackay both pass all 3 at price points the premium market refuses to match, which is exactly why the next 8 brands matter. Number 3. Charles Tyrwhitt. Founded in 1986 by Nicholas Wheeler at Bristol University. Named after his middle name, Charles Tyrwhitt has built its volume on directly sourcing to fold cotton dress shirts from the same finishing mills in India and Egypt that supply Thomas Pink and Turnbull and Asser, 2 of the most expensive shirt brands in the London market. A 2-fold 100 cotton non-iron dress shirt at Charles Tyrwhitt sells at around $40 when bought in their 4-4 promotional bundle. The equivalent 2-fold cotton shirt at Thomas Pink retails at $175. The Turnbull and Asser equivalent starts at $275. The fabric grade, the stitch count per inch, the collar construction. Spier Mackay shirts and Charles Tyrwhitt shirts come from neighboring corridors of the same industrial complex. The brand premium on the higher-end shirts is structural to the retail model, not the product. Number 4. Ascot. A Stockholm-based brand founded in 2015 by August Bard-Bringius and Jakob Dworsky. Ascot built its entire model on what they call the cost transparency principle, publishing the exact cost of fabric, manufacturing, transport, and margin on every product page on their site. Their Pemer cotton t-shirt, made at the Pacatex mill in Karachi, the same mill that produces shirts for Acne Studios and Sandquist, retails at $35 with a published markup of 2.5 times cost. The Acne Studios equivalent t-shirt from the same mill retails at $110 with an implied markup over 7 times cost. Ascot's merino knitwear, produced in the Tessitura Pontecordo mill in Prater, Italy, the same mill that supplies Lanvin and Maison Murgeler, retails at $150, where the equivalent designer piece sits at $600 to $800. The fabric is identical, the cut is comparable. The brand discloses what the others hide. Number 5. Luca Faloni. Founded in London in 2014 by Luca Faloni, an Italian entrepreneur, the brand operates entirely on direct sourcing from family-owned mills in northern Italy, the same supply chain used by Brioni, Loro Piana, and Kitten. The Lake Como linen shirts come from the Albini Group, the same mill that supplies the linen shirts sold under the Brunello Cucinelli label at 3 to 4 times the price. A Luca Faloni linen shirt retails at around $200. The equivalent Cucinelli linen shirt retails at $650. Their cashmere polo, produced in a BLM mill that has supplied Loro Piana for decades, sells at $450 against the Loro Piana equivalent at $1,200 to $1,500. The supply chain is one of the most concentrated in the world, and Luca Faloni shares the same one without the wholesale layer. Number 6. Sunspel. Founded in 1860 in Long Eaton, Nottinghamshire, Sunspel still produces its core line of long staple cotton t-shirts and underwear in the same English factory, where the brand began over 160 years ago. The Sea Island cotton t-shirt that the brand is known for is the same garment that supplied James Bond's wardrobe in Casino Royale, and the cotton used is the same West Indian Sea Island grade that Tom Ford uses in his casual line. A Sunspel Sea Island cotton t-shirt retails at around $90. The equivalent Tom Ford t-shirt retails between $300 and $350. The garment is constructed identically on machines from the same era in factories within 30 miles of each other. Sunspel skipped the retail expansion that turns a heritage brand into a luxury markup. And that decision is the entire price difference. Number 7. Drake's. Founded in London in 1977 by Michael Drake. Originally as a tie and scarf maker supplying Hermes, Chanel, and Dunhill on a private label basis, Drake still produces accessories in the same haberdashery East London workshop where it began. Their 7-fold silk ties, hand-rolled and cut from heavy silk woven in Como, Italy, retail at around $200. The Hermes equivalent 7-fold tie, often cut from the same Como silk mills, retails at $270. The construction methods are documented and similar. Drake's also produces Oxford cloth, button-down shirts using American-milled Oxford cloth from the same Greenwood Mills supply line that has fed Brooks Brothers for generations, retailing at $190 against Brooks Brothers' Golden Fleece line at $400. The factory in East London hand cuts each tie. There is no industrial shirt cut. Number 8. Buck Mason. Founded in Venice, California in 2013 by Sascha Cohn and Eric Schnakenberg, Buck Mason operates a domestic American manufacturing model that has become rare in the menswear market. Their slub cotton t-shirts are produced at the same Los Angeles cut and sew facilities that handle small runs for All Saints and John Varvatos. A Buck Mason slub t-shirt retails at $36. The equivalent John Varvatos slub t-shirt from comparable Los Angeles facilities retails at $125. Their selvage denim jeans, woven from Cone Mills denim until the closure of Cone, and now from comparable American and Japanese selvage mills, retail at $148. The equivalent rag and bone selvage denim retails at $250. The denim weight, the rivet construction, the Bartic reinforcement at stress points. Buck Mason matches the high-end American denim brands on every measurable specification. Number 9. Sid Mashburn. Founded in Atlanta in 2007 by Sid Mashburn, formerly of Ralph Lauren, J. Crew, and Tommy Hilfiger as a senior designer, the brand reflects the institutional knowledge of how American premium men's wear is actually constructed. Their suits use Italian Vitelli Barberis Canonico cloth, the same cloth used by Ralph Lauren Purple Label and by Brooks Brothers Golden Fleece, retailing at around $1,200 for a full canvas construction. The Ralph Lauren Purple Label equivalent retails between $3,000 and $4,000. Their Oxford cloth button-downs use the same American Oxford cloth as Brooks Brothers' original polo, retailing at $125 against Brooks Brothers' equivalent at $170. The construction is documented to be hand-finished at the buttonholes, with single-needle stitching, the same construction the heritage American brands use, at a price that reflects direct-to-consumer rather than department store distribution. Number 10. Outerknown. Founded in 2015 by surfer Kelly Slater and former Patagonia designer John Moore, Outerknown produces its core line in the same Fairtrade certified factories in Vietnam that supply Patagonia and Faherty. Their flagship blanket shirt, made from heavyweight organic cotton flannel woven in Portugal, retails at $170. The Pendleton equivalent wool overshirt, wool rather than cotton, occupies the same wardrobe slot at $250. Their hemp twill chinos, made from a hemp-cotton blend woven in a Vietnamese mill that supplies several outdoor heritage brands, retail at $128 against the equivalent Patagonia hemp pants at $149, and against the equivalent J. Crew chinos, an inferior pure cotton twill at $120. The fabric specification, the seam construction, the hardware quality. Outerknown built its supply chain on the assumption that the customer eventually checks the label, and the brands that overcharge built this on the assumption that the customer never will. Which of these 10 brands surprised you most? And which heritage brand in your closet do you now suspect is being supplied by one of the factories on this list? Drop the name in the comments. So there it is. Uniqlo, Spier Mackay, Charles Tyrwhitt, Ascot, Luca Faloni, Sunspel, Drake's, Buck Mason, Sid Mashburn, and Outerknown, delivering the same fabric grades, the same factory output, and the same construction methods that brands like Theory, Tom Ford, Thomas Pink, Agnes Studios, Brunello Cucinelli, Loro Piana, Hermes, John Varvatos, Ralph Lauren Purple Label, and Patagonia charge 3 to 10 times more for. Flip the garment and check the seam construction. Examine the buttons and the buttonholes for hand finishing. Pinch the fabric and feel the weight, the resistance, the hand. Every brand on this list passes those 3 tests at price points the premium market refuses to match. And the premium market refuses to match them not because it cannot, but because the entire business model depends on you never asking. The men's clothing market is one of the most efficient transfers of consumer money to brand equity in the global retail economy. The factories are concentrated. The cotton mills are concentrated. The Italian wheel mills are concentrated. The denim weavers are concentrated. There is no parallel universe of luxury supply chains feeding the brands at the top of the pyramid. There is one supply chain with multiple doors, and the door you walk through determines whether you pay $40 for a shirt or $175 for the same shirt with a different label sewn into the color. Smart men learned to walk through the cheaper door years ago, and the brands above are the doors that have been hiding in plain sight. If this changed how you see your closet, subscribe so you do not miss the next investigation into which heritage menswear brands quietly outsource everything they sell as British, Italian, or American craftsmanship. And send this video to the friend who still pays for $100 for a Theory crew neck because he thinks the Uniqlo one is a different product. It is the same yarn from the same mill, and he deserves to know.